podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling.
Hey, Dad. This is Donald.
Every day I'm hustling.
No matter what nobody say, man. Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, your kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar. I feel like he was straight up and down, no special effects.
BoxingVoice.com.
How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for $300 million, and I made $350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
What up, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio, #TBV podcast, wherever they are used. We're back to discuss WBC champion in the 135-pound division, not to be confused with Teofimo Lopez, who is the franchise champion. Devin Haney will be taking on, allegedly, Jorge Linares. According to The Athletic and Michael Coppinger, Devin Haney versus Jorge Linares is reportedly in talks to potentially take place on April 17th, and that would make it Haney's last fight. I wonder if Bill lets us know whether or not they're extending, if this fight extends the young Haney's career over on Dazn and takes him into a couple of more fights, you know what I mean? Make him a little bit more richer, so to speak. But regardless, it's a good fight, and that's why I titled it what I titled the show, right? Which is, okay, where's my title? Devin Haney versus Jorge Linares Teofimo Lopez. Will you fight Haney if he wins? Right? Because every chance Teofimo Lopez gets, he's saying that no one in the division has done anything. They're hot on Instagram. He's real life famous. You know, he has a lot to say about the other fighters in the division. I mean, when asked about Tank Davis, he basically said, he fights 122, 126 pounders. So he had a nice, jazzy response for Mark Kriegel with every question thrown at him. But will he be able to finagle, talk himself out of a fight with Haney after Haney beats Jorge Linares? Does a win over Linares get the attention of Teofimo Lopez? And I know maybe Haney fans are like, well, why do we got to get his attention? Why wouldn't he want a real belt? I get it, but we're still in this world. This is where we live, where he feels he doesn't need to fight Haney, and Haney needs to do something to get a fight with him. I don't like it, but this is where we are. Regardless, we get a good fight, and for Haney, it's a good developmental fight. This is another former world champion that he'll be taking on. Also a very fast fighter, but vulnerable enough. Has been stopped by Antonio DeMarco and by Sergio Thompson. Not quite sure if since then he was stopped again, but he had a good fight with Vasyl Lomachenko. And, Linares has been around for a while, a.k.a. El Niño de Oro, the Golden Boy is what's the translation, but he goes by it in Spanish. He's of Venezuelan descent, and then he was touted to be this big thing. And I mean, some might say that he is. I think he's maybe like a 3-time champion. He's got wins over Masito Gesta and Abner Cotto, and he did lose an upset knockout loss to Pablo Cesar Cano. You would figure the Paulie Malignaggi fight showed people that Cano has power, but Linares was starched in 1 round. So that's, he's been stopped every time he lost too. Like, he's never not just made it the 12th round. So for Haney, this is another fight, and Bill's scheduled to come on. I sent him the link. Let me just double check, make sure I got any messages. No messages. Maybe I didn't send him the link. Ow. Here we go. That's not the link. Damn. No wonder he ain't on yet. But Bill's scheduled to come on, and the question really has to be like, why? Why are you doing this again? You're putting yourself in a predicament where you have to get the knockout, and it's just a lot of pressure. And I hope Bill's listening, because the truth is, it's like, you didn't get the knockout with Gamboa, and now you're facing a guy, right? Because Gamboa was a guy that we as boxing fans all knew he was chinny, so we expected the knockout. Now we're going into a fight with a guy in Linares who everyone he has ever lost to has stopped him. So the pressure's back on Devin to get the stoppage. I mean, first of all, you don't want to get into a boxing match with Jorge Linares. He's so fast. That's what he does best. Normally, people blast him out of there before he gets that engine going. But it can be a dangerous fight for Haney. And I don't mean dangerous in the sense that he can possibly lose. Just the backlash. Just the backlash that he may get. So it's interesting. To see how this one is gonna go, gonna work out, man. How does Haney perform? How does he do in this matchup? Can he get the stoppage that everybody is gonna be calling for? I mean, I don't know. Let me see in the chat. Am I wrong here? Should I not be putting the expectation of a stoppage? Okay, Rob is the first one to be the matchroom savior. He says, why does he have to stop him? Well, I mean, if we go to his box rec, and by he, I mean, Linares, and we show you his box rec, it says right here, It says right here, clear as day, that all Linares' stoppages have been by losses. This right here, 5 in red with 5 KOs. That means he's been stopped 5 times. And if you go across right here, look, Rob, right here, 35, that means he's on the tail end of his career. What do we do to old dudes? What do we do to old dudes in the division? We retire them. They don't want to retire, we retire them. Who is we? The young up-and-coming fighter. But we got my man Moore's House in the building. Talk to me. What do you think about this fight? Devin Haney versus Jorge Linares, potentially on the horizon for us boxing fans. And we're scheduled to have Bill Haney. He's probably taking care of some $1 million business deals, but he'll be with us in a few. What's going on? Moore's House, talk to us.
Nothing, man. Chilling. How y'all doing? Doing good?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain.
Hopefully everybody out there in the TV fam is doing good as well. Fortuna and Haney, man. That'll be a step up for Haney. I mean, Linares versus Haney would be a huge step up, I think, because he didn't really get the best of Gamboa his last time out. So, and Linares can crack, so you can't just stand there and trade with him, even though Haney ain't going to do that anyway. But
wow, huge step up, eh? Huge?
I think so. I think Linares destroys Gamboa right now.
That's interesting.
I mean, who else has he got on his record? Haney.
No, I hear you, but what about the youth?
Yeah, I mean, Linares is getting a little long in the tooth, so.
It's the youth that has me worried. They're asking me to scroll down, show when he last fought. His last opponent was Carlos Morales at 135 pounds, and that fight took place on. Went the wrong way. That fight took place on last year. Wow. Valentine's Day last year. So it's been a year. It's been a year since Linares has gotten in the ring.
Wow. Well, when was Haney? When did Haney fight Gamboa?
Yo, Haney getting lucky, and I know he ain't gonna like the way that sounds, but like his handlers are handling him well. His last opponent had a year out the ring and was coming off of an Achilles here. Now this opponent got a year off the ring and, you know, probably rusty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, knowing that Linares has been out the ring a year, do you still think it's a dangerous fight or step up?
Yeah, I mean, I don't recall too much of his last fight, but he didn't look bad against Lomachenko. And I mean, a year's a long time, but then again, when did Haney fight Gamboa?
He did get stopped, though. He did get stopped.
Yeah. Good body shot. Great body shot.
Yeah. So we will be having Bill Haney jumping on, and we'll ask him some questions and figure on out his thoughts on this matchup between his son and Jorge Linares, common opponent, with Vasyl Lomachenko, somebody they were trying to hunt down, you know. So we'll see what Bill thinks whenever he jumps on. But is this a last hurrah, in your opinion, for a guy like Linares, or you think even if he loses to Haney, we will continue to see him?
Yeah, I think if he loses to Haney, he'll be one of the gatekeepers at 135.
Well, gatekeeper is a nice word. I mean, if he can still earn someone a title shot, then he's doing okay, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, he's going to be a name, and Golden Boy's going to keep him somewhat relevant, even if he loses, you know.
Now, is this a cash out, or is this an opportunity that Golden Boy found their fighter in Jorge Linares? Because, you know, I'm sure a detractor can look at it like, oh, he's been out for a year, he's at the end of his career, they're cashing him out. Or did they find him that one last opportunity?
If he wins, he keeps going. But I think Haney would be too much for him at this point of his career. But like I said, it's probably his best name on Haney's resume that he would have. And who knows? Maybe Golden Boy will try some slick stuff and have him fight Garcia.
I mean,
is there reports that Haney's going to definitely get that fight
with Garcia,
I think
or with Linares?
Linares.
Yeah, that's what we're reporting on. That Michael Coppinger is saying this is potentially happening in April 17th, I believe.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Good fight for the champ.
Yeah, I think. I mean, if all the other names are running and hiding, then he's got to fight someone.
Funny you said that, because that's what I titled the show. I directed it directly to Teofimo, and I said, Teofimo, will you fight Haney if he wins? But I want to ask you, do you think Teofimo will face Haney if Haney can get the win over Linares?
That it depends on how much pressure the boxing community puts on him about this whole he ain't undisputed until he beats Haney. The thing is, with the mainstream media, it seems like ESPN, I shouldn't say mainstream media, seems like ESPN is just saying Teofimo's undisputed. That's it. Until the boxing community can put pressure on him, I think he'll stay clear of that and maybe go for the winner of Taylor Ramirez.
Now, some people laughing at you because you said Linares is a bigger name than Gamboa. Is it because he's a 3-time champion? Why do you think it's a better win than a Gamboa win?
I mean, when Gamboa fought Tank, he was all busted up. He got hurt. Tank didn't get him out until the 12th, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Haney went the distance with him, even though he pieced him up.
Yep.
But I would say Linares at this point, that Linares is a better head on the resume than Gamboa. Now, if you want to go prime to prime, I would say Gamboa is better than Linares. But just right now, I think Linares would be the bigger name.
I wonder what's Gamboa's latest win. You know, like who'd he last beat that mattered to us? And then who did Linares last beat that mattered to us, you know? So let's check that out. Gamboa. Got a lot of background noise there. Moore's house. Yurokis, where'd you go? Let's just click on Devin since we can't find Yurokis. Click on Yurokis, and his last decent win was Roman Martinez, former champion. You know, that's a decent win. And he put Roman down twice in 2019. So
yeah, that's not a bad one.
That's not a bad win for Linares. His latest, greatest win would have to be Luke Campbell. And that happened in 2017.
That was a title fight too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Or am I way off?
Yes. WBA was on the line and the WBC Diamond Belt. So that means that maybe you're wrong. Maybe Gamboa's a better opponent since it's been so long since Linares got a decent win. Now, I will say this. After Luke Campbell, he was able to beat Mercito Gesta, Abner Cotto, and Al Toyongong. But I didn't think those names were on that level.
Yeah. After Roma, Martinez, what do you got? Beltran Jr., Sosa, for Gamboa?
For Gamboa, yeah, Gamboa, I mean, after Martinez, he'll have a Sosa win, I believe.
Yeah. Beltran Jr.
Mm-hmm. He faced some guys. His biggest win would probably be Orlando Salido, but looks like we got BH in the building. Bill, what up?
Hey, what's happening, good brother?
How are you, man? Have you been listening? Uh-oh.
Hey, no, I didn't get a chance to listen because I had to pull up somewhere. You know how I do it, bro. If I hear something that ain't right, I had to pull up and get a good understanding, and that's what I was able to do. So, what's happening to you guys, man?
Cool, man. I mean, look, I love this fight. I do love this fight, this potential fight. Obviously, it's not set in stone, but I do love this potential fight for your son. But I feel like we about to have that same conversation we had off record, where I'm afraid again. Like, is it worth fighting Linares when the last 5 people to fight him and beat him by stoppage? Now you putting that pressure on Haney again to have to get a stoppage. And I know you might say, nah, we don't got to get a stoppage. A win is a win. But you see the backlash by not getting the Gamboa stoppage. And then, he's out of there. Where'd you go?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay.
Here, good brother.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, we'll just leave it there. Like, do you look at it like that? Like, man, everybody stopped him. Now my son got to stop him, or a win is a win is a win?
Call you back, baby. Call you back on the thing, okay? Yes, pay it. Yes, bye. Okay. No. Actually, from being a boxing fan, right, and also being part of Devin's team, right. This is a great fight to develop as a young fighter, right, and it's a step up in competition from Gamboa. So as long as a win is a win is a win to me, right, and as long as he develops and gets more and more confidence and is able to grow as a fighter, then that's all that we can ask for as a team. Of course, we try to listen to the fans about the fight, but not listen to the fans on the outcome, right? We know a win is a win, period. If you know what I mean, if they say, well, we want you to beat him this way or that way, we don't listen to that. That's not part of our game plan. It's to listen to the fans when it comes to how we're going to beat the fighter. We listen to the fans on who to fight, but not how to beat them.
So
that's fair.
The first thing you said was that Linares is a step up. We had some people in the chat, specifically our good friend CYP in California, saying that he felt Gamboa is a better win if Haney were to have both under his resume. Why do you perceive Linares as a step up?
Well, because the one fight that Ryan Garcia has that's considered a step up, that put him to some over the top or ahead of Devin in terms of was Luke Campbell, and Luke Campbell lost to Jorge Linares. So I wouldn't see how that it would be lesser than that.
And when do we find out if this is like official, like some Scott's tissue?
Well, you have to then reach out to the Linares team and see when are they going to respond back.
Oh.
I know that it's on the table. I believe that everything that they're asking for is on the table for them, and then that's it. We just have to just wait and see.
Are there plan B and C if Linares passes? Because you guys have been having that a lot where, other fighters decide not to face you.
Outside of Vasil Lomachenko fight, other than of course Teofimo Lopez, I would love Lomachenko. Let me see who else. Who else?
But no options on paper though. No options on
Huh?
paper though. Like no backup options from Eddie on paper. Like, oh, we're gonna go with this guy in case Linares says no.
No, I mean I'm hoping that we have an offer that Jorge Linares can't refuse.
Beautiful. Doomy, I know you wanted to jump in. Or are you good?
Yeah, no. I mean, I'll say what I want to say. I like the fight. And Bill, you came up with great points. He did beat Luke Campbell, and Luke Campbell was a great win for Ryan. That was one of my points that I was gonna say. So, I think that stylistically, this match is gonna be interesting too. I think that Devin Haney got this all day, man, and it's not just because I say that he has it doesn't mean that it's not going to be an interesting fight. I think this is going to be a real fun fight to watch. And Jorge Linares, man, he was able to put Lomachenko down, so it's like there's a lot of things that go along with Jorge Linares that have to give Devin Haney that credit that some of the people in the wayside are still wanting to have. So I'm excited for it if it does happen.
Bill, speaking of that credit, I titled the show, Teofimo, will you fight Haney if he wins? Do you believe that this is the fight, not the fight, but this is a meaningful, significant enough fight that Teofimo will stop doing interviews saying, what has Devin Haney done? Is this that fight that stops him from saying that, or do you think it's possible he'll continue to say those things?
Oh, absolutely. I feel that, should he go to liar's rehab, he will never stop. You know what I mean? He started lying to the people, and he feels that lying works. You guys, we just value you guys' opinion. You know what I mean? Like, we really believe that keeping it 100 is everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay in the sense of where Ryan is saying that Devin is good, and we will take Devin last. And we could say the same thing. We could say that that's not a fight that we're ready for. When I said, now Devin has the confidence that he'll go in and beat the shit out of Mikey Garcia. I'm not ready for Mikey Garcia right now. I would like one or two more fights, right? And that's okay. I'm just keeping it 100. Is it a fight? Is it a fight that we can win? Of course we can win the fight. But do I want another fight or two to develop and then have that fight? That's what I prefer. And I think that it would be okay for Teofimo to say the same thing. To say that, well, I'm going to fight Kambosos, and we'll look to have that fight later on down the road instead of discrediting Devin.
So Teofimo, sorry, Alex. Teofimo did a live, and obviously Eddie, your promoter. I know this is your last fight, but I'm gonna say this: he's doing a great job as a promoter or co-promoter, excuse me, because these are high-profile fights that are winnable for Devin, and he's actively, I think, pushing Devin. Right? He jumped on Teofimo's live. And he said, when are you fighting Devin? Teo says, after my mandatory. Do you believe that?
I believe it when I see it, you know. It's just very hard to believe anything that Teofimo is saying. I mean, he does so much lying, so much flip-flopping, both him and his dad, that it's just, you just can't believe anything that he's saying. Of course, we don't hold up Devin's development at all with Teofimo. When and if the time ever presents itself, we're going to be even more ready than we are now.
So, I know you want to jump in, Alex. I just got so many. I'm a loaded gun. I've been getting messages. Oh, Bill is about to bid on Teo's purse. Get him on the show. He's about to be on the purse. Do you really want to bid as DHP Promotions, or is that your intentions to put in an offer for Teofimo versus Kambosos purse bid?
As a team, that's definitely what we intend to do. As of right now, to me, I'm thinking now more so than anything before it actually gets to purse bid. I think that they're going to come to an agreement
with Teo and
Top Rank.
You mean?
Yes.
So it's funny you say that, because obviously on Saturday's telecast, Mark Kriegel, who is an ESPN commentator, was really grilling Teofimo, who's allegedly an ESPN fighter. Did you watch that exchange, and was it cringeworthy to you, or do you think they were doing the right thing by putting the pressure on him to face some of the other guys in and around his division?
Well, I mean, you know, the thing is that what Teo has to understand is how much effort and how much money has actually been put into him to develop this persona of him being the king and him being, you know, everything that he is, right? And when you tend to start complaining about the money, knowing that it has been a strategy that's been spearheaded by two of the best matchmakers in the business, both Bruce and Brad over at Top Rank, right? So when you get to going against that, and Bruce and Brad, who, like I say, they're Hall of Fame matchmakers, and if they believe that Teo was ready for Devin, then you would see both Bob Arum and Teofimo and Top Rank chasing Devin to get him in the ring, because the profile calls for it. I've never seen a fight where it could be this big that Bob didn't chase the fight. Bob really believed that Terrence Crawford had a chance against Earl Spence. So he got out, actively promoted it, actively chased Terrence. And that infamous meeting where Terrence and Spence are standing there with each other, you see Bob sitting there skinning and grinning. So when you talk about both Devin and Teo, Devin's profile calls for it. He's a much bigger name than Kambosos, but you don't see the same effort on Top Rank's part to make the fight happen with Devin and Teo. Now, things could change should they see something, right? Should they see a chink in the armor, so to speak, then things should change. But as of right now, I think that's what they're looking for, you know, and we intend on not giving them anything against Jorge Linares or whoever he's in the ring with.
With the open feud between, well, it looks like a feud, right? Like Teo's on one side of the street and Top Rank is on another side of the street. Do you think there's any possibility that he is released and walks to another network?
Absolutely not. What what he is what Bob is describing from the business standpoint is he's a big old bill, right? He's a big problem because of what he has generated in the eyeball, what he brings to the table, right? And what he has brought to the table doesn't justify the way that he's acting, right? It's been a team effort, and like I say, it's been a team effort on the part of Top Rank to strategically move him in a direction away from us, right? And for that, he should be grateful to Top Rank.
So going back to you bidding on the purse bid for Teofimo, have you had any conversations about that with Eddie? And before you misunderstand what I mean, I don't mean that you have to. You're your own entity. The only reason I say about Eddie or with Eddie is because, and Eddie Hearn is what I mean, is because Top Rank CEO and promoter, owner Bob Arum made an interview and he made it clear that Eddie wouldn't want to bid on Teofimo Cambroso and ruffle the feathers and possibly jeopardize Fury and Anthony Joshua. Now, the reason I asked, did you speak to Eddie, is because won't that be perceived as still ruffling the feathers because you have a co-promotion deal with Matchroom and obviously the network in which you would be bidding to have Cambrosos and Teofimo Lopez fight on would be for Dazn. I'm assuming, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I haven't. We haven't spoke to Eddie about it. Well, I haven't spoke to Eddie about it at all. We've been speaking to our attorneys, and they've been corresponding with the parties that need to be spoken to about it. And you know what I mean? It's just something for us that we're happy that we have an opportunity to do, that we're in a position to do. But in all seriousness, you know what I mean? It's not as a big deal as probably for Bob Arum or Eddie. It's not that big of a deal.
So you don't think if that fight somehow landed on Dazn, Cambroso, Teofimo for all the belts minus the WBC, it wouldn't upset Bob?
No, I don't think so. It shouldn't. You know what I mean? It's all just business, and I think Bob has always alluded to the fact that none of this stuff is personal.
Do you think that Ramirez and Hooker is less significant, or rather more significant than Teofimo Cambroso, because that was allowed on Dazn, right? So Correct. And Bob was there. I remember Bob being there at the fight, and he was happy as a lark in the park. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, these are things that happen in boxing. And, you know, what I heard him saying is it would be ill-advised. I mean, you can take it both ways. You can take it as a suggestion, or you can take it as a threat, just depending on which way or what side you want to look at it from. I mean, I really like the idea, but I thought it was far-fetched. That's why I didn't do any shows. I was waiting to have you on because I feel like if you can get that purse bid, then it ensures Bob and even Teofimo that you can also make a secondary offer for Devin to fight for all the belts. But, you know, the whole AJ Fury thing, right? There's a lot of money in that fight, and I don't know what Bob would get upset over. So interesting, though. Interesting, man.
Well, it's more so even with coming up to now that Devin's fight is in potentially in April. Our job at DHP is the fighters on DHP, and Devin being at the top of it. We tend to favor Devin's business and what Devin needs to do in all seriousness, you know. And as it this gets closer to being finalized, I should say, then we'll go into full Devin Haney mode, you know. And it won't be about Teofimo's fight and who he's fighting. It'll just be about Devin and hopefully Jorge Linares and what and our game plan.
So, getting into your business here, but stop me if you don't want to answer. Does this fight with Linares possibly extend Devin Haney's contract, or does he still become a free agent after April 17th?
Oh, absolutely. Well, Devin was in a great position going into the agreement as a co-promoter with Matchroom at 21 fights. That we did 5 fights, and we've had a great time. We've made he's made a ton of money. We've been allowed and we've been allowed the opportunity to show that we can promote Devin, that we can keep his name relevant. We can do the things and fight the people that we need to fight to him to grow as a fighter. Of course, like I said, I negotiated Gamboa, brought Gamboa to the table. Santiago, Moran, those were all fighters at DHP. This fighter, Eddie, has brought in and negotiating with Linares, and we're just waiting to see. So that's how that went. The other 4 fighters, I had a relationship with different promoters and stuff like that I brought to the table, and now Eddie has the relationship with Mr. Honda and Jorge Linares' team. So I'm anxious and hoping that we'll get back some kind of word this week that is finalized.
I seen you turn to the side. I'm hoping always on your right-hand side is your son. Can you just ask, was he frustrated watching the playback or the live of Mark Kriegel and Teofimo, talking and hearing Teofimo laugh and say, well, he didn't do anything. Half his career's in Mexico. He even brought his own sound effects to ESPN. I mean, is it frustrating at this point that, he's saying these things, but he's not equally matching that energy by sending an offer or giving a solid time frame when you two will meet?
Like I always say, that patience and frustration don't run on the same street. We're very patient. We know that Devin is the youngest of the group. So when we got a chance to see Mark Kriegel ask Teofimo some of the tough questions that we've been wanting him to be asked on the air, of course, it's just another step towards, of course, what we want to actually happen is that you guys put that kind of pressure on him to get in the ring. So of all the many other times that they didn't say nothing, right? Those were the times that you would have, should have maybe asked a question about frustration, right? But seeing Mark Kriegel, put that pressure on him was something that, was good for us. We were happy to hear it. We would have liked it to be on the air and not on ESPN2, I think. It had been on ESPN. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is just, we got patience in it. So
I didn't even realize that. I was watching it on the app live, so I didn't know if it was ESPN, the main or the second. But we got Ruin a 504 that says, if Devin gets past Linares and doesn't get the Teo fight, at what point do you guys move on with Devin's career? How long can you chase the Teo fight?
Like I said, we're not chasing the Teo fight. We know that that's a fight that the people want to see. And as long as Devin is a world champion, and as long as he's in boxing and he's at an elite level, then he's available to the fights that the people want to see. This is a fight that the people want to see, and we don't ignore that, right? For a second, the people wanted to see Javier Fortuna fight, right? And I was like, oh my God, they want to see that fight. And I wanted to deliver that fight. And I wanted to deliver the fight in a way that you guys thought that he was the hunter and Devin was being hunted, right? When you brought
Lewkowicz,
when you brought Samson, Mr. Samson on here, right? I think the cat was let out the bag, so to speak, But if I could do it all over again, you know what I mean, I probably wouldn't have outed him the way that I did, you know what I mean? Because I don't think that necessarily helped the fight happen.
So why did that fight not happen? Why is it Jorge Linares and not Javier Fortuna?
Because Devin is an even bigger cat, and they're even smaller mouse, right? He said that we're a big cat. He's a small mouse. I got him in the corner, right? And you have him on speed dial. Of course, if things were different and we didn't want to fight, then Samson would come on, right? They're doing no more different than what they've always did. Samson is trying to get the best retirement package for Javier Fortuna.
Yeah, man. Well,
I don't think Javier Fortuna gets past Devin or Ryan Garcia.
David Maldonado, New York City says, "What's up, Bill?
What's happening, homie?
Have you ever watched Wilfredo Benitez before?"
Oh hell yeah! I watched that infamous fight between Benitez and Ray Leonard, and Ray Leonard was my favorite fighter in the whole world, and I was scared. I remember being a young kid, being scared for Sugar Ray Leonard, and during that fight.
So the rest of his question was, in case you haven't, he won a world title at 17 years old, and he's never mentioned in the Fabulous Four with Duran, Hagler, Hearns, Leonard. However, he fought all of them except for Hagler. He has wins over Duran and gave Hearns a very close fight as well as Leonard before he got stopped. Why you feel he isn't mentioned using that group of legends? What's your take? So basically, why do you think he isn't mentioned with the Fabulous Four?
I have no idea, because he was a great fighter. He holds the record as the youngest fighter to ever win a world title. So no, I don't know why he's not mentioned with those guys. But I don't think I think after he lost to Leonard, did he face any other top guys that you know of? Did he face any other top guys after? Because I know with Leonard,
I would have to check this resume, this box rec of his.
I was about to say, you got me on the edge right now.
And I'm not a historian. So
yeah, you're taking me back. I didn't know what to say.
After Leonard. I don't even. Dang, he must have fought. He fought Hearns and Duran back to back, and he lost to Hearns, but beat Duran.
Oh, he beat Duran after?
No, he beat Duran first, then lost to Hearns.
Okay, then lost to Ray? No, wait a minute. No, he lost to Ray first.
I don't see Ray, so Ray must be deep in his resume. Shit. Oh, yeah, he lost to Ray in 19... See, this is what I'm saying. that was the year I was born. He lost to Ray in 79. And right. Hell yeah, after that, he went on to beat Duran. So hell yeah, he beat an all-time great after losing to Leonard. And then he fought Hearns but lost to Hearns. So I guess that's why they don't mention him. I mean, he lost to 2 out of the 4.
Who was he signed to? Who was his promoter?
Oh man, sheesh, I wouldn't know that. That could definitely be another reason.
Yeah, I think that might be why he slipped, you know what I mean, through the cracks in terms of that was the team. But nowadays with social media and you guys, a Benitez wouldn't slip through the cracks like that,
Brandon Maurice in Cincinnati says, "What you got planned for Memorial Day weekend, OG? I would love to link up with you and Dev in Miami and paint the town rojo."
Well, Memorial Day for us right now, I don't think, because that's when is Memorial Day?
May 31st, May 30. The last weekend of May, I believe.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be after the fight. Yeah. It'll be after the fight.
Yeah, for sure. We might go to Miami then, as long as it's after the fight. We're easing into fight mode right now. So
let me ask you: are you guys planning on making a stop in Miami for the Canelo fight for some publicity, or
we will be? No, we will be. We will be out there, and we're looking for good sparring in Miami. We'll be there for that whole week.
Won't you do me a solid? I'm putting you on the spot. It's far from Miami, so I respect if you say no. But you should bring Devin to my gym. It ain't my gym. I wish it was my gym. But where I train so these kids can see what a world champion is, man. There's a lot of young kids there, Bill. But I know you might end up where you ain't gonna end up where Broner's at, right? Because that's very far.
No, we're going to we'll be at the world famous 5th Street Boxing Gym over there with Dino.
Yeah, you're going all the way down Miami.
Yeah, Dino is our guy. He's been our guy since Devin.
Well, I'm coming
really
to see you. You know I bought this house in Florida, so the minute y'all land, come hit me up. I'm coming down there. I'll take the little 3 hours. I'm on the South Gulf.
Oh, absolutely, brother. Look forward to seeing you.
Definitely. Okay, so you know I'm stirring the pot. Is Haney around? Because I got Javier saying he want to jump on. He ain't ducking no smoke. You think he lying for his promoter?
I don't know. I mean, but he's first.
You a promoter though. You a promoter. Does the fighter know what the promoter knows? Let me ask you that. As the CEO of DHP, does the fighters on DHP, does Darren Cunningham know everything that you got working out for him before it's finalized?
Well, I know that he should know about it before we start talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be something that should blindside him. You know what I mean? And the thing about Javier Fortuna is that Javier Fortuna is ahead of Jorge Linares with the WBC. So we cannot jump over Javier Fortuna, nor can we jump over Ryan Garcia, right? Unless they don't answer, right? If Javier Fortuna says no, you can't fight Jorge Linares. He can stop us from fighting Jorge Linares and fight him.
So has Samson not answered you guys back? Is that what it is?
Yeah, no, Samson hasn't been answering, no.
Oh wow! I mean, he did say he was going to be on vacation.
But see, he's
here we go. Javier.
Llegué yo ahora. ¿Qué es lo que pasa?
Dime, ¿tú no tienes un orífano o algo para que te oigan mejor?
Los auriculares tuyos, ¿tú tienes ahí?
No.
Hello, champion.
Ok,
Hello.
voltéamelo de lado la cámara. Vamos a ver, está laqueado.
Ahí.
Sí, pero que tú lo tienes laqueado, tienes que delaquearle la pantalla. Ahí. So, Dumi, play translator, champion. All right, so tell them first things first is the internet is saying, damn, we need some.
Javier, se necesitan los audífonos. Se necesita los audífonos porque está mucho la.
Yeah. Tell him he's got to get away from that mall.
O si no, vete para un lugar donde no haya tanta bulla o tanta gente hablando a la misma vez para que te escuchemos mejor porque no se escucha nada.
Sí, hay demasiado bulla ahí. And let him know that I muted him because of that, so he's gonna have to unmute to come back.
Neso ahora mismo te puso en sin volumen para que no se oyera todo ese volumen. Entonces cuando estés en el lugar donde estés más calladito, aprieta el botón para que podamos oír tu voz.
What we got here? Okay, ahora tienes que take it off of mute.
Aprieta el botón para que te oigamos porque el micrófono te lo había quitado Néstor para poder ahí está.
Ahora.
Ahí estamos, campeón.
So ask him, has he been notified about the Devin Haney fight?
Néstor ahorita te quiere preguntar, Javier, primeramente gracias por venir al programa. Él quiere preguntarte si tú has sido notificado de la pelea con Devin Haney.
Yo no ha sido notificado, nosotros le estamos notificando a ellos que acepten la pelea.
He said, no, nobody's notifying us. We're notifying them about the fight.
He's saying that he said notifying you guys to accept the fight. Have you guys sent an offer, Mr. Haney?
No.
No offer.
Not that I know of. I don't know if we sent. I don't know if a formal offer has been sent. I know that we called his promoter and no answer.
Él dice, tell him.
Él dice que parte de
Yo, he need headphones, man. Javier. No, tú necesitas audífano. Tú no tienes audífano.
No tengo aquí. Yo estoy en la capital y yo vivo en La Romana. que acepte la pelea. Yo lo único que le digo a él, que le diga a su hijo que acepte la pelea, que yo peleo donde sea, con quien sea.
Translate that.
He says, just tell your son to accept the fight, that I fight whoever, whenever, anywhere. So just accept the fight.
Hey, you are nothing. You are nothing. Devin beats the shit out of you. Now.
Él dice que tú no eres nada, que Devin Haney le da una paliza.
Que firme la pelea, pues yo soy número 1. Yo soy mandatorio, número 1, gané eliminatoria. Que acepte la pelea, que yo peleo donde sea, en el patio de la casa de él.
He said he's the mandatory. He's the number 1 mandatory. He said, accept the fight. He'll fight you in your own backyard.
Listen, we'll tell him to call WBC, right? He can call WBC himself and petition to fight him. What's the hold up?
Dice que llame a la WBC y que ponga la petición ahí para pelear.
Es que la petición está, lo que no quieren aceptar son ellos.
He said the petition is there. Is the fact of the matter is
that no quieren aceptar son ellos, porque ellos saben que es lo que hay aquí, ellos saben.
He said, you know what it is over here. Yeah, not accepting it.
We've been trying to get you in the ring for a long time.
Estamos tratando de meterte en el cuadrilátero hace mucho tiempo.
Ellos tienen fecha para abril. Ellos tienen fecha para abril que acepten el contrato.
You guys got a date for April? Accept the contract.
Hey, Bill, why he knows so much information, Bill? It looked like he's very informed, man.
And so what do you mean? I've just said that we're fighting in April.
But that's
what I'm saying. But you also told us that he can't fight Linares if Javier wants it. So why wasn't there something sent to Javier?
Let me ask you, so if he's the number 1 mandatory, right? How can we fight Jorge Linares if his promoter has not accepted the fight?
Él dice que como tú eres el número 1 mandatorio cuando él ahorita pueden pelear con Jorge Linares.
No. No, él está diciendo que tú eres el mandatorio, pero tú tienes el derecho de parar la pelea con Linares porque ¿por qué tú eres el mandatorio?
Pero que quien le eligió a Linares fueron ellos. No fue que Linares lo eligió a ellos, fueron ellos eligiendo a Linares. Que vayan por las reglas que dice el mandatorio, si eliminatorio al título, que vaya el mandatorio, que es el número 1. Y ese me toca a mí. Quien eligió a Linares fue a él, quien eligió a Gamboa fueron ellos.
He's saying that you're the one that chose Linares. You also are the one that chose Gamboa. He said, why don't you go down the rules? I'm supposed to be next as the mandatory.
No. We chose Gamboa because you chose Luke Campbell.
Let me translate that. Él dice que él cogió a Gamboa porque tú firmaste un contrato para pelear con Luke Campbell.
No, pero antes de eso, porque yo no tenía contrincante, porque ellos no se ofrecieron.
He says before that you knew he didn't have a fight with Campbell. Why didn't you offer him the fight before he signed to fight Luke Campbell?
You signed to fight Luke Campbell when Devin had the shoulder injury. You petitioned to fight him.
Okay, let me translate. Él dice que cuando tú pidiste la pelea con Luke Campbell era cuando Devin Haney tenía el hombro lastimado.
Ok, pero después él peleó y yo peleé porque no se hace la pelea.
Bill, he said, okay, you right, I'm wrong, but then Devin fought, now I fought, why we can't fight now?
Why don't you get the promoter, get Samson on the phone right now? I'll wait. Let's ask your promoter.
Dame ver dónde está Samson, a ver si lo podemos buscar. Porque
what's funny?
Hay que
Ask
ver.
him what's funny.
¿Qué
on the phone.
¿Cuál es el chiste? Que pongas el promotor ahí en la línea. Que estás
¿Cómo?
¿Cuál es la risa? Que ponga el promotor ahí en la línea, que vos estás bullshitting, dice.
Que acepte la pelea, que yo soy Boogeyman.
Yo, Bill, what's up with that?
I am Boogeyman, the 135.
Listen, your promoter don't believe in you.
Él dice que tu promotor...
Your promoter don't believe you, Boogeyman.
¿Qué dice él?
Que el promotor tuyo no cree que vos sos el Boogeyman, ni él cree que vos sos el Boogeyman.
Yo soy el boogeyman en la 135.
He said, I'm 135 pounds. I'm the
Listen,
boogeyman.
hey, no one believes you. Your promoter doesn't believe you.
Nadie te cree. El promotor tuyo no te
You should
cree.
have signed with us.
Hubiera firmado con nosotros. Well, right now, I guess we're on the call.
Oh, it's about to be a motherfucking house party in here. Te busqué el promotor, Javier, no te apures, que le voy a mandar el link ahora a Samson. Hey, Bill, man, he coming in hot too, man. I hope you tame Samson, because he said, no, send me the link. He's lying. I'm going to straighten that out right now.
Feel me?
Let's see. All right, link sent. We about to get us a fight done, man. Which one y'all want? I want to see the chat. Who y'all want, Linares or Fortuna? Which one is the challenge? I mean, what does Haney think? Who does Haney think is the more difficult fight?
You want to play rough? Okay.
Let's go, champ.
Bill, what you think? Which one is more difficult? Is Haney there? Can you ask him what he thinks is more difficult? Javier?
I told you, I want Javier Fortuna because Javier Fortuna been in line, and we respect the fact that he's in line. Like I told you, that's the fight that we want. Before he got on here, I said that's what I would want, and next would be Jorge Linares if we can't make Javier Fortuna. Ness, did I say that I prefer Linares over Javier Fortuna?
No.
Okay. So.
Let's see.
I think Javier froze up a bit.
All right, we got Samson. All right, well, he dropped off. He was there. Or is
Nah, he's there. He's there. It's just the picture.
I'm here. Don't run away from me.
Ooh, Samson.
Samson.
Mr. Samson.
Can everybody can see me?
We can see you. We can see you.
Okay, very good. Let me tell you, public, I have the most respect for Mr. Haney. He never called me because always I answer the phone. He said that he won the fight, and Javier Fortuna is ready and willing to fight him. It will not happen with Linares. If he won the title to keep it, actually, I tell you what, I just sent a letter to Mauricio. It never have a mandatory.
Wait.
Always is cherry pick. Mr. Haney, stop to cherry pick.
Okay. Samson, you know that letter that you sent to Mauricio Suleiman. How many times is this the first letter? Because I'll call Mauricio. No letter from Mauricio. No answer from nobody over here.
No. Wait.
Is that is it? Wait a minute. The letter that you're about to send.
Today I sent the letter.
Okay. Today.
And the reason is because I thought after our conversation, I never called you because I thought that you're supposed to call me. However, my understanding is that in the end of the day, your promoter, Eddie, it will make the decision when and how and who. You know what I mean? This is what I heard. Mm-hmm. That the last is supposed to be the Eddie Hearn, who will make the decision who is coming and who is not.
I told you I want Javier Fortuna.
Okay,
we talked about Javier Fortuna.
You got it.
Right. Now, have you been talking to Golden Boy about Luke Campbell? I mean, not about Luke, about Ryan Garcia.
No. Eddie Gomez, he called me up and he asked me if I'm willing to fight Garcia. And I say to Golden Boy that Garcia will not take the fight, but I take any fight because he's ready to fight anyone, either one. And I put it in public. I send, if you want, I can send you again. I put it in my Twitter, I put it in my Facebook and my Instagram that I say that we're ready for either one. That or your son. I would love to fight your son because it means much more for me than an actor and a young kid that he have his head full of shit that is Ryan Garcia. I never say that to any fighter because I respect the fighter and the boxers. You know, I respect the boxers. And
Okay.
this it want Manny Pacquiao. Only Manny Pacquiao. It cannot happen. So easy, Manny Pacquiao.
Are you
He
able to?
Javante Davis. He will never give him Mayweather, Javante Davis in the zone. So he asked for something he cannot get. Your son, if he won Fortuna, he got it.
Absolutely. Listen, there is no way. We don't have an elective. We don't have an elective. We cannot choose the opponent unless we don't have the mandatory. Unless the mandatory does not fight, right? The mandatory, just like you said, you are supposed to fill out that letter saying that you want to exercise being a mandatory. You've been in the business a lot longer than me.
I sent it today because I thought that you would call me, that you're making the negotiation with your promoter. Why would I bother you? Why would I call you and tell you, remember what you said in public, that you're ready to fight if Fortuna? I will not have too much respect for you, my friend.
Listen, I have been calling you.
And then when I heard that you want to fight, or Eddie Hearn say you want to fight Jorge Linares, I said, okay, hold 1 second, hold your horses. And today I sent a letter, official letter to Mauricio, requesting that it cannot happen with Linares because you have the mandatory. And from September 2019, you never, ever have a mandatory.
Okay, now, like I said before, I said, there is no way. I did not bring Jorge Linares to the table. There is no way that I could go and bring Jorge Linares to the table unless you guys don't exercise the mandatory.
Well,
right? There's no way. There's no way. I never brought Jorge Linares. The fight that I said that I wanted was Javier Fortuna.
Oh, you got it. And you know what? I sent it this morning after I heard Linares' name, because so then I say we have an issue. But I didn't call you, and I didn't receive any call from you, or from Eddie Hearns, or from Eric Boucher, saying that that you won the fight or whatever. So that is the reason I didn't want to bother you and call you up, because it's not professional. You say that you want Javier Fortuna, and I say yes, I take in the fight, and I wait. Because we have time till April.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
You know the only way that the fight can happen, Mr. Samson, is that you send over the letter. Other than that, if you don't send over, listen. If you don't send over the letter, right?
Send the letter today, this morning, 2 hours ago, please.
Now,
I send it.
Okay, so then the fight should be made.
That's correct.
If you send the letter, the fight is mandated, right? Again, and there's nothing no one else could do.
The letter this morning, 2 hours ago. I'm in Las Vegas, like you.
Okay.
2 hours
now
ago.
let me jump in here, Samson. So am I gonna be calling you back next week, trying to get you on the show, saying Bill Haney said Javier priced himself out?
No, because I request to be. I when I go for less, we're going to a purse meet. PBC, you have enough money to pay too. So it's up to him. What do you want?
Wait a minute, because I want all the other websites to make sure they use that quote. You're saying Al Heyman is willing to back the purse bid?
Definitely.
Bill.
Why? Because I believe that we deserve equal or better that what was the name of the Cuban?
Gamboa?
Excuse me?
You said Gamboa?
Gamboa, right. Gamboa, I say I don't want equal or better. So, because Gamboa was a Finnish fighter, a cherry pick. So he picked that one. Now it's not a cherry pick. You need to fight.
Okay, now, why did we pick Gamboa? Because we picked Javier Fortuna before Gamboa.
Oh, no. Nobody told me that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We petitioned the WBC, and you answered the petition back. Hold on. You answered the petition back, and you answered the petition back and petitioned to fight Luke Campbell, right? And then
no, that it was before when he got back the title, your son, he got the opportunity to fight whoever he won.
Okay. Why did we Samson, give me a second. Why were we able to fight whoever we wanted?
Because let me tell you, because he just come back from an injury, and Mauricio he loved everyone, all his champion. So he said he doesn't need a mandatory now. Let him choose.
No.
Mauricio.
No.
For every champion that he has, he said, look, why after an injury you need to fight this mandatory? So he said, let's go for the vacant title. For the interim title. And this is what we did, supposedly. We went to the interim title, and then it came the COVID, the pandemic, and that it got canceled. And then when we won to fight again, to redo the fight, Eddie Hearn said, why we should give him the opportunity to Fortuna? Let's do it in-house. And he did it in-house in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee you that we have the right to be a mandatory, and we have the right with Al Heyman to go to this zone, or if it's not fair, so then we go to a purse bid. And trust me, you don't need that, because we can make the deal with Eddie Hearn in 10 minutes. Call your promoter, tell him to call me, but actually doesn't call, he send message. Only when he need you, call you. But this is Eddie Hearn, and I respect him. He's busy. So we'll make that very smooth. Equal of the last fight or better, and you have the fight.
So just to be clear, and I'm not trying to be that dude, Bill, but you did say the last time we were on the show that when he asked for what Gamboa got, you said you'll give him what Javier got in his last fight, but then you laughed it off and said, I will make sure you guys get taken care of because I do want this fight. Do you still feel the same?
I absolutely. I feel the same way.
That's it. So you have the fight.
I feel the same way. And I also feel that we came up the ladder and fighting mandatories and giving the guys, the fighters that deserve it, the opportunity. That's what we do. But I also want you to be open and honest that we did petition to fight Javier Fortuna when we came back from shoulder surgery.
Well, but we have, by that time, we have a signed contract to fight.
No. Listen, you never fought Luke Campbell.
I know, but we have a signed contract.
I know, but the fight was...
And your promoter didn't honor that contract.
Okay, the fight with Luke Campbell was off because of pandemic, and... Right, so
we're supposed to
reschedule. Wait, okay, but be honest. Going back to we're in the same position we were when we petitioned to fight Javier Fortuna. Right, when we were a champion in recess. When we came back from the shoulder, we petitioned to fight Javier Fortuna.
Well, I never received that offer.
You answered back the petition.
No.
Answered the petition back.
I believe that you sent that petition, but Eddie Hearn or the matchmaker, Eric Boucher, that Boucher he can ban for me, that I spoke with him several times for the fight.
Mm-hmm.
He never make an offer to fight Haney, your son. Never.
What I'm saying is, GHP. What I'm saying is, Samson. What I'm saying is that I want you to be 100%, I want us to be 100% clear, right, with the people, is that when we came back from shoulder injury, we are champion in recess, not world champion. We petitioned to fight Javier Fortuna, right, because we had to petition. Remember, we were champion in recess. We had to petition to fight Javier Fortuna then, right? The same way that you guys petitioned right? You file a petition to fight Devin, right? And it's nothing no one else can do.
Okay, now I never received any petition. Whatever you send to Mauricio, I never got the offer, because you can do the petition, but at the same time you can send a contract. Your promoter, you never send me a contract. The petition, you don't need to really ask for a petition, because if you're the champion, say, I'm the champion, I want to go with my mandatory, and you put it on the internet that I didn't see it, and then it came an offer from your promoter. So now I agree with you that you try, but I never have any offer
Listen,
to fight.
Can I read a quote from you and then you tell me, right? Yeah. Promoter Samson Lewkowicz is issuing the following statement regarding lightweight champion of recess Devin Haney's WBC petition to face the #1 contender Javier Fortuna immediately when boxing resumes. Last December, Haney underwent shoulder surgery, which prompted the WBC to designate him a champion in recess. During his recovery and order a fight between their two top contenders, the Dominican Republic's Javier Fortuna and England's Luke Campbell, for the vacant lightweight title.
That's correct. Yeah.
However, the COVID-19 pandemic has halted the boxing, and Fortuna versus Campbell fight has been postponed indefinitely, which has given Haney adequate time to recover. Haney is now asking the WBC to forego the fight for the vacant championship and instead let him face Fortuna immediately upon boxing's return. Samson, the longtime exclusive promoter of Fortuna, says he prefers to stick with the WBC ruling and have the winner of Fortuna and Campbell move on to face Devin Haney, but is willing to compromise. Hold on. Hello?
I'm here.
We're here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Samson, the longtime exclusive promoter of Fortuna, says he prefers to stick with the WBC ruling and have the winner of Fortuna and Campbell move on to face Haney, but is willing to compromise with regard to the championship status of the fight. Haney versus Fortuna would be a spectacular fight when it happens, according to Samson. However, we already have a signed contract to fight Luke Campbell, said Samson. I'm happy to hear that Devin Haney has had a successful recovery, but I suspect the WBC will not go back on the ruling simply because it's more convenient to one fighter. I propose that Fortuna and Campbell face off for the interim title, and the winner must agree to fight Devin within 90 days. I further propose to let Devin Haney rightfully defend his title against a contender the WBC mandates if he agrees to face Fortuna versus Campbell winner next. In fact, it would be a fantastic opportunity for the WBC to show off the incredible talent in their lightweight division. And if both fights happen on the same show, making two fantastic main events in one night. Samson says he will abide by any ruling the WBC makes, but expects his Dominican power puncher will be in the ring with Campbell before the explosive showdown with Haney.
Because we have a signed contract with your promoter.
Okay, we'll keep it real, my man.
That.
We'll keep it real, my man.
Okay, but already Campbell lost. Garcia doesn't want a piece of your guy because whatever reason. You know what I mean? Let me put it this way. I'm telling you, Brian Garcia is very special person, boxer, that he choose whatever he cannot get. This like when you have a candy and you tell him, Mama, give me that candy, and you know you never get that candy because you didn't do your homework. That is exactly Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, but what you also have to say, with them, because you've been in the business longer than me, and I know about this stuff. I know how to do this stuff, right? Is what your champion, he comes on, he says his muscles, he says what you guys are doing, he says that we're ducking, he says that all that. And I'm saying this, Samson, you've been in the business longer than me, right? If that's what you wanted to do, if that's what you wanted to make happen, and not on the internet, the thing would be happening.
Okay, put it this way. If you want, I can call you every day till Eddie Honey will tell me, stop to call this man. Let's do it April 17th. We're ready and we're willing to fight Devin Haney.
Absolutely. And listen, like I said, you guys is the fight that we like. I like personally. You know, you guys are in a position. You guys are in a position to. Now the WBC just needs to order the fight.
Oh, so
Wait, Bill. But why you wanna? Why you need to order?
Wait, you guys got to understand. Hold on. This is why. Is we have two mandatories, right? We have two mandatories. What we need is to get these two mandatories. Javier Fortuna is the mandatory, right? So that's our mandatory over, right? We're not able to say we want to fight someone, right? That the WBC is not making the mandatory.
Okay,
you see?
But why do you need to?
All of you.
But why do you need to order it? Why can't you just negotiate?
Okay, negotiating it is fine. What I'm saying is, I want the fight. What we want is them to make you guys or take off one of our mandatories. They should take off Ryan Garcia because he's not the mandatory. So, and then it should be Javier Fortuna as the second mandatory, right? But more so than Mr. Samson saying it on the internet, right? The proper way is that you sent the letter in, right? And now we answer to our mandatory, meaning that there's nothing our promoter, there's nothing the network can do because that's an obligation for Devin as the fighter. So we did it, right? When we put in the petition to fight you, right? You guys do the same thing. We agreeing to that. I agreed that that's the fight that I want, but it's the proper way to do it.
Let me finalize with that. Can you all of you please send what exactly say Mr. Haney to the website of the WBC, and that's it. Because I believe that Mauricio Suleiman is waiting exactly for this, to be sure that Haney team he won the fight, including the fighter, because that is waiting for your answer. It's waiting for you to say, I want my man at the 32. Like this, we don't have nothing else, but the negotiation will be very easy. We have the point that if he can afford Gamboa,
pull up the petition that you said that you put in. Show us like this. Show it on the phone.
Stop it, Bill. Listen, we gonna be here. Let's reschedule for next week so we can get
hold on.
Update meeting.
Hold on.
But what, you don't believe him? You don't believe him?
Yeah. No, show us the petition.
Oh, shit.
The what?
Show the petition.
Okay, 1 second.
But Bill, you don't believe it? I need you to answer that.
What happened?
He going to find it. He going to find. He like you. He got everything in the email. But why don't you believe it, Bill?
Okay.
No, I believe him. I said show it.
Okay. I send that in Spanish, but I will
send it to me. Send it to me, Samson.
I tell you what. Let me send it right now.
Yeah. Screenshot it, and I'll be able to screenshot.
Stupendous.
One second. What is it? Oh, 1 second. 1 second.
But you could crop it so I don't have to see everything, you know.
No, I don't need to. I don't have no.
Nothing to hide from Samson. Nothing to hide from Samson.
I want to send it right now to you. I will copy. 1 second. I tried to copy now.
Yo, and Mauricio, I almost had him, Bill. I almost had Mauricio. He's busy right now in a government official meeting. But if we stay on long enough, I'm gonna check back in with him, see if he out that meeting. Push it to the limit. Cause I sent the message in Spanish. The prayer hands like, yo, right now it's going down on the channel. I need you. But he's in the meeting. He's in the meeting. Let's see what's up. Anything? Nothing yet, Samson. Nothing yet.
No. I tried to send it to you. I copy.
Bill Haney 714 at Gmail. You can send it to me too. Bill Haney 714 at Gmail.
It's in Spanish. Can you read it for them?
I got it.
Okay. Can you read it, please?
Yeah. I'm gonna translate. He says, "My dear friend Mauricio, Esto es saliendo en las redes sociales. Sé
Yeah,
que
but I put that would come up on the social media that is fighting that he won Jorge Linares. So then he say Fortuna versus Campbell. So I say to him why I believe that Fortuna deserved to fight Devin Haney. As follow. Number one, Fortuna versus Campbell was approved for the interim title in April. The coronavirus stopped it. Then, en vez de honrar el contrato, instead to honor the contract, Campbell, he went and he fought.
Let me do it.
Number two, Fortuna versus Linares. It was approved
for the diamond title.
For the diamond title. I send and I pay for the sanction fee. He have COVID, he couldn't come. Number three, Ryan Garcia, public, he said that he doesn't want to fight anybody else besides Gervonta Davis or Manny Pacquiao. Number four, David Haney, he doesn't have, he never.
He's never fought for a mandatory, but that's not true. Wasn't the mandatory Alfredo?
13, 2019.
Oh, okay.
For that, humbly, I request to be the mandatory Javier Fortuna versus David Haney. That's it.
I'm gonna forward it to. Is it okay to send it to Bill?
I can send it to anyone because it's the truth, and it was this morning. Yeah. And I explained why it deserves to be the mandatory. It's very simple. I look, Mauricio. I know Mauricio since the age 8 or 9.
You got it, Bill.
Okay, but the point is that I will never ask Mauricio Suleiman, being the president, to mix my friendship with them and ask him for favors. I never do that with the friends. I will not tell them, you are my friend, and because this, I want you to do that. I will never do that.
So Samson,
what he deserves, I show him 4 points why Fortuna deserves to be.
Samson, with your experience in the business, how long do you think it would take Mauricio and the WBC to give you a finalized answer on this?
One call from Eddie Hearn, even nothing, or one message, we take the fight. That's it. It's nothing else. It takes 2 minutes.
Well, Samson, Bill, you got anything more for Samson?
No, listen, like I said, the fight that I like Javier Fortuna. I like Ryan Garcia first because he was the interim. Javier Fortuna second. So listen, that's what I said. Ryan Garcia is not going to fight, so the next in line is Javier Fortuna. I respect the pecking order, sir.
I love it. And you know what?
Yeah.
I never forgot when I sit with you. It was in a Palm Hotel many years ago. And we spoke for almost 2 hours. And I say that you don't need anybody. You can do it yourself. Remember that?
Bet 200,000. I bet you 200,000 my fighter beat you.
You're not a gambler, Samson.
I tell you what, I never gamble. I will never go for 200,000 because I will not make 200,000 in that fight.
50,000.
You know what I mean? But I take 50,000. I take 50,000.
50,000?
50,000 I take.
Can I get?
I'm going to work.
And I tell you what, I will not make 200,000 with my fighter. So it'd be unfair for me to lose everything that I could make and invest on Fortuna. But 50,000, I can afford it. I'm not a millionaire because I do not steal from my fighters. My fighters, he knows exactly what money is coming and how much he's getting. Like I don't need the act of Muhammad Ali to work with my fighters. He knows exactly what is in the table.
Right. Well,
you give me 600,000.
Like I said before,
200,000.
before you came
and I
on.
spent 50,000 with you.
Yes, before you came on, right? I told him. I said I didn't bring Jorge Linares. I never negotiated for Jorge Linares, right? I was not able to. I did never go out and get an opponent, right? Because of mandatories, right? The only way that I would start looking for an opponent was if you didn't answer the call, if Ryan didn't answer the call. So you want the fight. There's no way to go around you with the fight.
Do you know that I keep busy my fighter, and I put it in a Fox TV, and I can tell you that I paid for that fight on the last fight of Fortuna. Why? Because I couldn't get anything besides Fox, and Fox S1 doesn't pay so much money, so I paid the difference for both fighters because nobody come to fight cheap for Fortuna. And the guy that fought Fortuna, Antonio, I forgot the name, but I know it's Antonio. The last fight, can you check it? The last fight of Fortuna, I paid the difference to be sure that he'd be busy. You know what I mean? And this guy, he fought, and I have a good win in his career. You know, with 1 second. Let's
Antonio Lozada Torres.
Antonio Lozada. And Antonio Lozada, he beat the Puerto Rican kid. If you see, he took the undefeated Puerto Rican. I'm very bad.
KO'd him.
Who?
He KO'd him.
No, he's asking for the name.
No.
But I would want to get you guys back on same bat time next week, Tuesday. What do you say? Update next Tuesday? 7 days?
Listen, I don't think it should take that long.
Ooh, talk that talk.
Yeah, I don't think that it should take that long because no matter Jorge Linares, who likes Jorge Linares, Devin is the world champion, and having a mandatory that everyone feels is the great fight, it beats anything else. Both fighters, Devin develops in different ways. It's just two different styles. We don't look one versus the other. You know what I mean? Is the same. But to adhere to being a world champion, right, and doing the things that a world champion should do, that's where I look out for Devin's best interest at, right?
Okay.
And now if today, but give me a second. If today that you're able to do this, right, and you did it, then today you did it the right way, right? I'm not able to send over that letter, right? You did the right thing, and now you're raising your hand, and you raise your hand in the right way. There's no way to raise your hand other than going to the WBC or going to Mauricio and talking to him about that, and then Mauricio sending a thing and saying that we can make the fight. That's the only way.
Let me put this in. By the way, the other this kid that fought the last, it was Felix Verdejo that Antonio Lozada Jr. he fought. So he fought a decent opponent to keep him busy. Now, for sure, now it be all over like last time, all over the press that we have a deal made. And the only thing I repeat again, you need to be fair. If not, we go into a purse bid. And if you're fair, I will take the fight that is equal or higher.
Then Gamboa.
The Gamboa.
Bill, I mean, I don't want to read it on someone else's website that you said that was too much. Is that enough, or is that not too much?
I never, Samson. I never said
no.
much.
No. What I'm saying is, I would hate to have the both of you on the show and then turn around and read a boxing scene quote that says Bill Haney says Samson wants too much money. I just want to be clear that that's a fine number for you.
What I think is fair is what Samson said is that he would like the same as is
I say higher only to say because I know Eddie Hearn when I give him $1 extra, so that's
right.
matter.
So
that's
what I say.
Which is fair. It was not a mandatory; it was a pick. Yeah, and you get a mandatory for the same price.
Okay, give me a second. See, because I was able to negotiate Gamboa, right? And I'm saying this. You said the same price, right? We paid that. So let's not let the thing get, you know what I mean? Let's not let no one say no to it. Let's say just what you said, give the same price as Gamboa.
The same.
Right?
No more.
That's good.
That's fair. No $1 more.
That's fair.
The same.
And
the negotiation will be very simple. It's fighter plus 2 normally plus the promoter. That's all. And we go any place you want beside England. Because you know what happened in UK this weekend with one of it was now my fight in this moment, but it's still with a good friendship, Kiko Martinez. What happened with them is crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But we go anywhere. Let's just keep it there because we don't want someone to pick a place that you're saying no and then throw it off.
No.
Let's say we go like you said. Let's say anywhere, right? Because we saying anywhere, right? Anywhere that Eddie comes up with, right?
I love Florida,
the money, right? So
I love Florida,
California. I love Las Vegas, and the only left is New York. After that, and Texas.
Yes.
You know, any part of Texas. I will take this fight in America anytime.
Okay.
So we have absolutely, and we not ask you for anything that you go crazy like any crazy thing. Oh, Javier Fortuna.
Endereza el teléfono, campeón.
Ponlo de lado.
Tiene la pantalla laqueada. Tú estás. Ajá.
Okay,
ahí está bien. Ahí está bien. Déjalo así por ahora.
No. Ahora sí, ahí sí.
Ok. Oye, lo que está pasando.
Me siento abierto que mi papá está ahí.
I don't understand as much Poquito Spanish.
I love it, man.
Poquito Spanish. But
un poquito español.
Un poquito dice. He said he's asking you, do you understand a little bit?
Javier.
Mucho respect.
Estaciona el auto porque fue tu presidente. Estaciona el auto. Esto es
we
importante.
have mucho respect and we look forward to fighting a fighter like him. We have mucho respect and we look forward to fighting him, and that's what this whole thing is about, right? We think that you are a wonderful champion that we can display and show our skills and have a breakout fight with.
You got it. You know what? Normally the press, sometimes it damage a fight. But these people, it really built something that I give him credit. I never saw anyone in many years that I would say almost 3 decades in this business that people like you, your people, I say, each one of you, he come up and he built a fight. And maybe this fight happened because all of you. And I really appreciate it.
Well, it's going to be because of Bill Haney, because he's going to give you what you asked
and
for.
Bill is a gentleman. I can tell you that.
That's all. Listen, that's all I can do is respect everyone's position, respect all the hard work that both the champion and you put in to get to the position you're in. We climbed up the ladder and people hated. They never gave us the opportunity, right? And we don't want to do that. At least I don't want to do that, right? Yeah. I want to acknowledge the rules of the game. And I'm only playing by the rules. Javier is in the position he's earned to be in the position that he's in, and Devin has earned the position that he's in. And I'm playing by the rules.
You got it.
All right. Well, look, let's meet up next Tuesday to call this one final. Let's get the champ on so he could be on with Javier. Can we get a face-off?
Before everybody gone, we have the bet made, 50 Gs.
50 Gs. 50 Gs.
Are you agree or you changing your mind? Let me know.
1,000%.
Okay, sir. Fortuna, Abejón.
You bring the money to the fight.
Que tú ganas.
I'll have my money in my pocket.
Hay una
bring the money to the fight.
I cannot carry $50,000 in cash. I will give you a check.
Money on the wood makes the betting good. I'm going to have
I will
my
give
money.
you a check, and if I lose, I give you a check that you will pay the IRS.
No checks. No checks.
I don't have to.
Prende el volumen, Javier. Prende el volumen.
Cash.
I can tell you from now, I cannot pull out $50,000 from my account. My wife will kill me. I will give you my check, $50,000 on your name.
Yo, his checks don't bounce, Bill. You don't want to pay the taxes on it?
Listen,
I'm not Mayweather. I have $1 million on the table.
This is something new. I've never bet checks, though. I've never bet checks, so I don't know. I mean, this is something new.
I don't have the cash. I cannot put $50,000 cash.
Hey, listen.
My account will kill me.
I've never bet checks. This will be my first time betting a check.
I give you a certified check.
Certified, bank owned. There you go.
Now certified is different.
Yes, it is.
Okay, this is what I have.
I will
go.
You bring a cashier's check made out to William Haney.
Listen. You come with a certified check too, and I come to the fight because I do have the $50,000.
No, I have $50,000. I'll have $50,000 on me.
Okay, you got it.
On me.
Javier.
Prende el volumen.
Prende el volumen. Prende el volumen.
By the way, for everyone, tomorrow.
Dímelo.
Next week on Tuesday, I will put next week, not a check made for $50,000.
Send me the picture so I can put it on our social media. Javier, quería decirte que hay una apuesta entre los dos promotores de 50,000 que tú tienes que ganar ahora o va a dejar el pobre Samson en olla.
De la bolsa mía, Samson me saque 50 más y la apueste a mí.
Oh, shit. No. ¿Estás seguro?
What did he say?
He said, take another 50 out of his purse and tell Bill to bet me 50,000 as well. Bill, you ain't. Oh!
Eso lo busco yo por teléfono.
Yo, hey Bill, he said he can show you pictures of money too, man. He said show me real money, not pictures.
Hey, bring the cash.
Que traiga efectivo, que traiga efectivo.
I will come up with a check for 50,000.
So listen, are you going to bet 50,000? So you bet 100,000 then. You bet 50,000.
No. The fighter he cannot bet. The fighter he cannot bet.
Okay, all right.
Because it's his life. And if he doesn't win, he's fine.
Okay, you be quiet.
Dale, Javier.
Javier, you be quiet. You can't bet.
No.
Hey, I am Boogeyman, the 135.
Escúchame, tú no puedes jugar.
Tell Devin get over here. Ahí está 50. Javier, ahí está 50.
Don't fuck with us. Hey, listen. This is no game. No game, baby. No game around here with us.
Put Devin on, man. Tell Devin he here, man. Listen, Javier here.
No game. No game. No playing with us, baby. It's over here. It's real.
Bill, where's Devin at, man? We got Javier right here. Where's Devin at? Let's make this happen.
I'm not with Devin. I'm not at Devin's house.
Oh,
listen,
man.
Let me tell you this. Let's make this shit happen. Let's make this shit happen.
So that's it. We good, right? We can hang up. Everybody good. We got this fight made, ¿verdad? Javier, saludo, bendición, que pase buena. Ojalá que esto en verdad pase. Samson, gracias por siempre darme tu tiempo y ojalá que esto en verdad pase. And Bill, same to you. Thank you for always giving me your time, and I hope that this really happens. We're gonna pick up next week to give everybody an update. How's that?
I tell you what, I'm so excited that today, that is Tuesday, I will go to my bank, issue a check for $50,000 on Haney name, and I will send you a copy to you.
Ow! Bill,
because I'm so excited that I will put the $50,000 now for April 17th.
Bill, you hear him?
You know I'm here. I'm not going nowhere.
Okay, because you froze
Let's
up.
go, champ. You
But
feel
all
me?
You
right.
don't get out of this. You get this work.
I will send you the certified check.
You get this work.
All right.
Now you want listen. You want the certified check today or when you want it?
Yes, sir.
I tell you what. I make the decision. I will do it today.
All right.
I will get dressed and go to the bank and pull out 50,000 on your name.
Listen.
Me.
By the way, or you want your company name?
Listen.
DHP.
No, I want it in my name.
Oh, okay.
Side bet. Side
I will
bet.
put it in your name.
I want it in
The
my
only thing you
name.
need to give me is the Social Security.
He wants you to pay them taxes, man.
No, because listen,
want,
I do everything by the book. I never have
so
cash.
you want me to pay some taxes on the bet, huh? Okay. I got you.
Listen, I'm sorry, but I don't have cash.
Okay.
I wish I have a cash.
Okay.
My
Listen.
accountant, he will kill me.
Okay. You make check out for 55,000.
No.
50,000.
Yeah, he wants you to pay the. He wants you to
give
pay
me
the
5,000
taxes.
for the
No.
taxes.
Don't pull up of the bank.
Yo, listen.
The bank.
I've never
It's
bet.
50,000.
I've never bet a check. But how do you bet a check against the fucking cash?
It's
You give me,
certified.
listen, you give me a check because I'm happy to pay taxes.
It's certified,
Listen,
Bill.
I'm saying is, I've never made a bet like this with a check.
It's still certified. Money green is as long as it's certified, it's real. Tell Champ tell Champ just don't get hit with no wild shit. You know Fortuna throwing them wild punches, man. Javier, ¿tú estás guanteando allá? ¿Tú estás en línea o estás esperando?
Yo estoy vacilando aquí. Yo tengo una. Me dan fecha en mi pelea. Yo me pongo a practicar.
Yo, Samson, tell him there's a fight, man. Bill, he said he.
No, que Samson no tiene que ver con eso.
No, pues
Cuando
tú
me
dices.
ponga fecha en mi pelea, yo me voy a entrenar.
Vete a entrenar. Vete a entrenar, que ellos están entrenando. Vete a entrenar, no esperes.
No. Cuando me pongan fecha, yo peleo.
Yo, Bill, give him a date, man. He needs a date so he can start training.
You need to go training now. That's what you need to go doing.
I told him that.
Dice Bill que tú tienes que ir a
entrenar que la pelea está, va a entrenar.
No. Yo estoy vacilando para acá, comiendo y vacilando, comiendo bien.
He said, tell Haney he's over here partying and eating right, getting fat. Don't worry about it.
Tengo que tirarle maíz a la
We
máquina.
not tell him we no worry about him.
He said he throwing a little bit of corn so the chicken can eat.
Tell him we don't worry about him. We don't care what he's doing.
Que a él no le importa lo que tú estás haciendo.
We don't care what he's doing.
Él me tiene un espía a mí.
¿Cómo?
He said you guys said against him.
Me tiene vigilándome a mí por las 4.
He said you got spies on him. That's why you don't care what he's doing, because you got people watching him already 24 hours, 24/7.
No, we no pay no attention to you, man.
Yo,
that was Spanish, but it wasn't.
Spanglish. Bill Spanglish. We no pay no attention. Yo, I gotta go pick up my car, ladies and gentlemen.
Deje de correr.
No, ya. This fight is happening, man. Bill dijo que él te va a dar lo mismo que le dieron a Gamboa para que tú no discutes. Esto va a pasar. So vamos a esperar 7 días y lo voy a estar llamando los 3 a ver quién es que está mintiendo aquí, porque ya sabemos que Samson.
De esta parte, nadie está mintiendo.
No,
okay.
Él lo comprobó, tu promotor lo comprobó. Él mandó hasta la carta que le mandó a Mauricio Suleiman. So esta pelea va a pasar. Yo estaba hablando con Suleiman también, lo que pasa es que él estaba un poco ocupado, pero él quería venir.
Pregunta, Henny, you want the check due today? Is happy?
Excuse me?
The bet is on. I send you the check today, a copy of the check.
Listen, ain't no problem.
Because don't let me go to the bank and do all these things.
Once I see certified check, I know the bet is good. I'll have money on me anyway.
I know you have money. I have no doubt about money.
I have money on me anyway.
What he's saying is the bet for sure, because he doesn't want to go to the bank to take out the money if you're not serious.
Listen, how many times I asked you to make the bet? I told you to make the bet.
Okay, you got it.
You got it. All right, there we got it. The bet is official. The fight is a week from being official. Get on the phone with Eddie, and we're all gonna be happy.
You call, hey, Samson.
Yeah.
Call Mauricio now. I call Mauricio.
Yeah, call Mauricio because already I sent that message today. So
Absolutely.
he will answer me, but if you call, it'll be much easier. It'll be tomorrow the mandatory is on in writing.
Absolutely.
Okay, you got it.
Thank you.
Let's make sure we announce that here, Bill. So when you get off the phone with Mauricio, you hit me back, and we're going to schedule again. But Samson, thank you. Bill, thank you. Javier,
thank you, brother.
Gracias.
Thank you, brother.
Wish
See
you guys
soon.
the best on this fight. Tell the champ, he see I'm out here grinding.
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
Samson, pase buena y gracias otra vez por siempre contestar.
Okay, you got it.
Hey, listen, the boxing voice. What I want you to do is, when you guys put some respect on Dev's name after this.
What?
This is the guy
you
that's
guys?
no,
I just made this happen.
Not in no negative way. I'm saying I want you guys to. I'm not saying it's negative, but
I'm gonna tell you right now. Look,
go ahead.
This fight is to me more dangerous, man. So if Devin
Javier's
does this, like it just puts Tio in a smaller box.
He's a puncher, and the awkwardness is you got to get some times to get used to that awkwardness.
You guys say that Javier Fortuna is a better fighter than Jorge Linares.
Nah, I think that depending who you're talking to, they might say Linares is technically better.
Yeah, styles makes fights too.
But I think that Fortuna might be perceived as more dangerous than Linares. But I think Linares is technically better. You know, Javier is pretty wild. Javier's pretty wild.
What you're gonna get with Fortuna is just a rough and tough fight. You know, somebody's gonna really go out there and really try to give it to you. So, you know, you see Linares stands more as a counter puncher in a sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
Our
biggest thing at DHP with Devin is he develops with either fighter, right? But being given the full credit for what he is as a world champion and pushing him on to the next fight is what I see best. You know what I mean? And I've always said it's what the people are saying. You know what I mean? And for Javier Fortuna to be a mandatory, right, and be a qualified mandatory means that Devin is the world champion and that Teofimo Lopez is not undisputed.
Well, we'll see what Tio says, man. Is he going to be willing after Devin puts on this performance? But, Bill, I got to cut out. I'm sorry.
Y'all have a good one, man.
Thank you, brother.
Top of blessings.
All right.
In a minute.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Haney of DHP Promotions, Devin Haney's father, former trainer. And, yeah, man, we got ourselves a fight, fellas. Look, I would love to chop it up back and forth, but I left my car getting them tints on that Florida light.
Damn,
gotta pick
the sun is too much for him out there,
Sun
y'all.
is too much. Look how dark I am already, man. I'm over here looking like Brandon in Cincinnati.
Yo, no
man.
no cap. You darker, champ.
Dog, I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm where I'm supposed to be, man.
You was pale up here with me, champ.
I'm telling you, man. Caribe out here. Yo, listen. TBV family, we appreciate you rocking out with us. We're going to keep rocking. I'm sorry I can't get to callers, but we will be back. I want to do that Andy Ruiz show later on tonight. Maybe. Got the gym. Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Peace.
You already know, Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ. That is Alex Linus on TBV Twitter. And yeah, man, if you like what you're listening to, hit up the boom, and he got to go. Man. Oh, there's so many, champ.
I know, man. I know. Let me read these because I appreciate everybody, man. Without
That's
we can't even have a show. So let's go from the tibbity top. Devin Haney. All right, so we got Teddy B Midwest Sports Talk that says, first fight at 140 should be Easter Jr. # Team Ohio. So he's saying the first fight for Devin should be Robert Easter Jr. You know, I've been watching boxing long enough that I remember when Devin was like fighting in Mexico, he was calling out Robert Easter. And Robert Easter was before he was a champ, then he became a champ. He was calling him all types of bums back then, and that fight never happened. Obviously, Easter thought looking at Haney would be behind him. Now Haney's the champion. Tables turn. So I wouldn't mind that fight. What about you guys?
Said that real quick, but yeah, Easter was always being mentioned back then by Devin. Man, I thought that would have been a great fight. Shit, that's a dope fight.
I'd take
Ohio. Yeah, Ohio.
Moore's
Yep.
house. What about you? You take Easter 140 versus Haney 140?
Yeah, that's a great fight. Didn't Fortuna lose to Easter at 35?
Probably. Definitely. But it was a tough
Yeah,
fight.
no, that's a straight fight.
We got DHP. World Boxing Sports says DHP. So many names, but no fight. Looks like early Cinco de Mayo, Javier, Loma, Tio, Ryan, Linares. Michael Williams Jr., 15-0. Picasso, we believe. So he still wants to see Michael Williams Jr. face Devin Haney. Barbershop Conversation, shout out to Fred, sending some love and saying great journalism. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Doomy, can you pick up the rest?
Yeah, got the next one. Samson. Where did you leave off at, man? What was the name?
Nah, never mind. I thought Samson was calling me
okay.
back.
You said
wait.
Mr. CYP was next,
shit,
right?
He was calling me back. All right, go ahead. No, No.
World Combat Sports. Okay.
Yes.
World Combat Sports says Michael Williams Jr. 15-0, easy sign, no soap opera. Next one's is from Barbershop Conversations. He says, y'all call me a hater, then show Ness some love in Super Chat. Y'all not real supporters. Y'all freeloaders. Then Mr. CYP comes through. Stop freeloading. Freeloaders, show your support. Got my man Punch Drunk Boxing. Says, Samson and Aaron telling us Haney can't do nothing without Eddie Hearn. What's going on, Bill? Well, I think
that was a little crazy. I couldn't believe that's what I heard from Samson, saying that Eddie would tell him to stop talking to Bill.
Yeah. Was that even answered on there? Did he answer?
No.
All right.
No, he didn't mention anything after that, but Samson clearly said it,
Damn, gotta hit him with the what happened. Next one's coming in from Trey Miller. Says, what about April 17th? That was the date, right? They were mentioning.
That's what Bill was saying, that he had it lined up and he wanted Linares, but I don't know. After today, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Does it happen for Fortuna on the 17th? Is it still enough time? It's 8 weeks, right?
Bill,
8 weeks out? Yeah. March.
Bill told him to start training today.
Damn, but that's too soon for Fortuna. It doesn't give him the 8 weeks, right? Or does it? Got March. Yeah, it doesn't give him the 8 weeks unless he starts like immediately right now.
Yeah.
Next was real close. Intrigue the Incredible. Sounds like Eddie don't want the fight. I don't know, Intrigue. Looks like we're gonna get this fight, champ. The best dad ever says Haney's ducking as usual. Shaking my head emoji. I don't know, champ. I don't think he's ducking, man. I think it's just a fine line between, the negotiations. Trey Miller says hashtag send the contract. My man Ken Stone says win or lose, I want Linares Campbell 2 after Haney. Yeah, that was a good fight, right? Linares Campbell?
Yeah, it was a great fight.
Would you want a part 2 though? I don't know. Anthony,
I mean, if Linares would to fight Haney and lose, Campbell and him both coming off losses, it would be a good fight.
I see where you stand.
Yeah.
Let's go, champ. Anthony Edwards, Cincinnati, Cobra, TBV best promoters in the game. Champ. You got Brandon Maurice on the final. Says cash at me the 100K and I'll hold it for the winner.
Well, the chat was going crazy today. It was going crazy. I was trying to keep up.
This is the best, bro. This is organic. This is such a clean and honest way to make things happen, right? This is a fight made in public.
Yeah, all out in the open.
No, real transparency. But Ness, I think that was all of the super chatties, unless somebody came through in on the last tip. Let's see. Let's refresh. No man left behind.
Why are you looking for that, Doobie? Do you know what Gamboa got to fight Haney?
Bro, I really don't know, man. I could be just shouting out numbers. There's so many numbers.
I tried to look it up, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
But I mean, it should be a nice amount. I mean, there wasn't no kind of like contention from the other side. It's kind of like, you know what? That's good. Not $1 more. And I think that was understood. And it should be a good number.
Yeah.
You know, when they give you a number, you don't really come back with nothing. I mean, it should be an honest to good number. No haggling around. That's it. All right, let's go. It's usually it'll take that, you know, some negotiating on the number. But yeah, I think that was the last ones, Ness. You're about to go to the gym or go pick up your car from the tint factory. Call you Tint Face.
Let me just say real quick, Doomy. Once we get out of here, make sure you check me out on Moore's House, YouTube, Facebook, The Shakes, all that. I ain't got a mile long list, but YouTube, Moore's House. There you go.
Moore's House. I got you, champ. I'm gonna be on it as soon as I get off. You know, we show love. We show love, support, man. Let's go, Champy. So what you got on the Moore House? What you got over there?
Just starting up a new channel talking boxing and sports, some gambling, money lines, stuff like that.
Damn, Morehouse got the parlays on deck.
Something simple.
All right, that's Moore's House. Yo, Ness, what up, Champy? We taking callers? Did things change for you over there? Your hair shining?
He's zoning.
What's going on, champ? Oh, we got some more. Carlitos Way says, great show, guys. Shout out to you, Carlitos. Then my man Christopher Cernas coming through heavy says, great show, guys. That's right. Hit him high, hit him low. Appreciate the love. And I think that was it right there, champ. Yo, but what did you think? Linares is more dangerous or Fortuna is more dangerous? It's a tricky question if you got to really look at it, you know?
It's tough because I was looking back on Fortuna's record. He also lost to that Sosa kid, and I don't know. Linares is a pretty sound fighter, solid all the way around, and until he got hit with that body shot, he was doing pretty good against Lomachenko.
You know what? As a technician, yeah. Definitely. I definitely gonna give it to Linares. And now looking at it. Oh, okay, Ignorant Boxing. Ignorant Boxing, what's up, champ? Came through heavy as well. Says para los frijoles. Smoke emoji. Yo, that's something we say, you know what I'm saying? Central America, Mexico. Para los frijoles, para la Coca-Cola.
Did you get to those 3 last ones? Carlito, Christopher, and I know you got to Ignorant.
Yeah, we got him. We got him all.
All right, that was Samson, man. He's real serious, bro. He says, listen, this is history. I've never made a bet, and I don't know anybody else that's really made bets. I'm going to the bank right now. Make sure you get me his real name and information because I want to put it on a check. I'm going to send it to you. I want you to have exclusivity, post it out on everywhere. I said, yo, you send me that check. We doing another show, champ. I'm sure Bill gonna jump on, but listen, I gotta dip out, man. I gotta dip out. No, but I will talk about that on the next show. The check is very important according to him, and I'll give you the details. But we gotta dip out. SGTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Peace.
Cheers.
Stupendous.
No social media for y'all?
Well, now my man, Moore's House on YouTube. And you already know this is IG, Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ, Alex Linares TBV on Twitter. TikTok, I got the dance moves now. I'm back. And if you liked what you were listening to and you stumbled upon the show, this is organic as it gets. This is the Boxing Voice, Nest GTO, Alex Linares. Hit that link in the description. Become a member. Have access to those perks, emojis, badge, icons, and so much more depending on what tier you choose. Cheers.
Peace.